Thanksgiving, my sister mocked me for still being single. I said, I'm married. The room froze as I showed proof. She'd hidden every invite. I've always been the invisible one in my family. While my sister Jessica got the spotlight, the praise, the endless attention, I was just background noise. But this Thanksgiving, that all changed in the most spectacular way possible. I'd been with Marcus for 3 years. We met at a bookstore, bonded over terrible coffee and good conversation, and fell completely in love. 6 months ago, he proposed on a quiet beach at sunset. No fanfare, no grand gesture, just us and the sound of waves. It was perfect. We planned a small wedding for October. Nothing extravagant, just intimate. I sent invitations to my entire family 2 months in advance. Physical invitations with our names embossed in gold, the date, the venue, everything. I even followed up with a group text and individual calls to make sure everyone had the details. Not a single person from my family showed up, not one. On my wedding day, I kept checking my phone, kept glancing at the door. Marcus held my hand and whispered that his family was enough, that we were enough, and we were. His parents, his siblings, his friends, they all celebrated with us. It was beautiful, but there was this hollow ache in my chest every time I looked at those empty chairs reserved for my family. The day after the wedding, my mom called. How are you doing, sweetie? Still working at that boring office job? Still single? My stomach dropped. I told her I'd just gotten married. There was a pause. What? You didn't tell us you were even dating anyone seriously. Why are you making things up for attention? I didn't understand. I'd sent the invitation. I'd called, but she acted like I'd never said a word. My dad did the same. Jessica sent me a text. Stop being dramatic. If you got married, we would have known. I felt insane. Had I dreamed sending those invitations? Thanksgiving arrived, and I debated not going. But Marcus convinced me. Go. Show them. Prove it to yourself that you're not crazy. So I went, wedding photos on my phone, marriage certificate in my bag, and Marcus waiting in the car as backup. The moment I walked in, Jessica was on me. She stood in the middle of the living room, wine glass in hand, that familiar smirk on her face. Everyone, look who finally showed up. My perpetually single little sister. Still no boyfriend. Must be so lonely. Cousins chuckled. My aunt gave me a pitying look. My mom sighed like I was an embarrassment. Jessica continued, louder now. You know, I'm starting to think you'll die alone. It's kind of sad, really. Maybe you're just not marriage material. The room was watching, waiting for me to shrink, to disappear like I always did. But this time, I didn't. I set my bag down slowly and said, calm as anything. I'm married. Dead silence. Jessica's smile faltered. What? I'm married. Have been for 6 weeks. I pulled out my phone and opened the wedding album. Here's proof. I handed the phone to my mom first. Her face went white as she scrolled. The ceremony, Marcus and me at the altar, the kiss, the reception, our first dance. My dad leaned over her shoulder, his expression shifting from confusion to something like horror. When was this? Mom whispered. October 14th. I sent everyone invitations. Called you all personally. Jessica grabbed the phone from Mom's hands. She stared at the photos, her jaw tight. That's when I saw it. The flash of guilt, the panic in her eyes. You knew, I said quietly. You knew, didn't you? My aunt spoke up. We never got any invitation. That's because Jessica intercepted them. I looked directly at my sister. You collect the mail every day at Mom and Dad's. You were at my apartment the week I sent them. Remember? You offered to drop some things at the post office for me. Jessica's face went bright red. That's insane. Why would I do that? Because you couldn't stand that I was happy. That for once, something wasn't about you. I pulled out my phone records. Here are the calls I made, the texts I sent, the digital invitation, all of them. And here's the tracking information showing the physical invitations were delivered to this address. Dad grabbed the phone. He scrolled, his expression darkening. Jessica, did you take her wedding invitations? The room was suffocating in its silence. Jessica's mouth opened, closed. It was a joke. I thought she'd reschedule, that she'd make a bigger deal about it. I didn't think she'd actually get married without us. I finished. I did. And it was the best day of my life. Marcus's family was there. His friends, people who actually cared. Mom started crying. We missed your wedding. No, I said. You were uninvited by someone who couldn't stand to see me happy. I picked up my bag. Jessica tried to grab my arm. Wait, I'm sorry. I didn't mean. I pulled away. You meant every bit. Of it. You always have. I looked around the room one last time. Enjoy your Thanksgiving. I have a husband waiting in the car, and we have our own family now. I walked out. Marcus was leaning against the car, and when he saw my face, he smiled. How'd it go? Perfectly, I said. And I meant it. Behind me, I heard shouting. Jessica's voice, shrill and defensive. My mom's sobs, but I didn't look back. For the first time in my life, I didn't have to.